Morning. Hey, friends. Hey, good morning. Hey, Boo. 504. Good morning, honey. Good morning. Is this Siobhan? Hey, Siobhan. What's going on, sis? Good morning. Tell me 1, 2, 3 first, okay? And is it Juice? Hi, Juice. Morning. Hi, guys. Hey, friends. Okay, guys, we were struggle streaming yesterday. And, girl, your sis ain't about that struggle stream life. I can't do it. It's too, my patience are too, and my ADD is too, you know what I'm saying? Everything I operate with is on, I cannot. If I'm not aligned, I can't do it. So yesterday was giving struggle, and baby, I went and took a nap. I relaxed. What else did I do? Girl, I don't know. The day went by so fast. I was researching and reading. I was doing some reading yesterday, okay? And I was researching for the pod, okay? I was and that's it. Okay? That was it. Anywho, so yesterday we were talking about the sis Keshir in Atlanta. I know we got lots to catch up on in many different places of the YouTube streets, but we got to go ahead and soldier through and finish up. Yesterday's video was boring, and we're not going to finish that one up. A different video came out, and sis dropped a lot of, I don't know, interesting information. You guys were messaging me in my DMs like, Fran. Let me say it in my Chelsea voice. Fran. Chelsea goes into this vibrato type of thing. It was so weird. I don't know. I don't watch her channel much. But what I've noticed is she goes into this type of thing. It's like a grunt. It's anywho. But yeah, let's get into this. Keisha had a full-on meltdown in the car. She says she went to the hospital. I don't know. It's a little bit.
The lie detector determined that was a lie. The lie detector determined that was a lie.
It's giving a little bit, we know drama sells. YouTube loves to have a arc in a story. And I don't know what this lady has going on, but it was giving that you were at the hospital or doctor's office by yourself. It was giving Home Alone. It was just, and hey, that's the situation. That's your business. I can't send anyone to help you. You know what I'm saying? Can't, won't. Is that the lady with the Michael Jackson concealer? Oh, you're talking about Chelsea. Girl, awful. Bon. Good morning. Bonjour. Bonjour. Okay. I feel like Jeremy caused a loss of money, and isn't he coming at the photographer as a man? You mean is Keisha's, your Amika, are you asking, is Keisha's wife going to approach the photographer? I don't know, baby. I don't know. I don't know. Stop it, 504. Handy girl, handy girl. Hey girl, what's up? Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Um, this is the deal. I'm gonna just look, let me say it like this. Here's the thing, okay? Here's the thing. Um, in 2025, 2026, Atlanta, no offense to all my good Georgians and Atlanta folk, you guys know that there is a serious issue in Atlanta. Not everybody, because I'm sure there are plenty of people who do phenomenal business, okay? Excellent business, upstanding business. Who wants to get shot over $2,500? Okay. Because there are people out here that will pop you for some coin. All right. Me personally, I respect people's money. I don't play with that. You know what I'm saying? I would never, because there are people out here that will pop you, put a cap in your behind. Okay. Now, there's somebody who states away feels like they got that, that they can do that. I don't know. I do not know what that man is trying to do. I would think that if you are going to close up shop, you would start reimbursing people immediately in good faith. Reach out to your clients before you put an Instagram message out, because you can just close your books. If you are accepting, because if you've ever booked a photographer before, oftentimes you're booking a consultation first to even just have a 10-minute conversation. These days you might be having a Zoom or some sort of quick conversation regarding what the photo session is going to be, and then you talk about pricing. I got married a dozen years ago, and when we got married, I remember, gosh, I don't even remember how I met my photographer. I'm trying to think. I'm going to be honest. I cannot remember. I'd have to go back through memory lane and try to remember how I got hooked up with him. But he's really, really, really good. And my sister-in-law ended up using him for her wedding. I think he actually did a better job on her wedding. Not to say he did a bad job on mine, but she was in a more picturesque location and her photos are beautiful. And he's good, and he got business from my wedding. Um and I would still call him. I was actually telling Farah today on the way to school I need to take my wedding gown out of the closet, because I want to see what it's doing, because we're it's almost anniversary time again. And I wanted to see what it was doing and try to figure out what we're going to be doing since our anniversary is next month, right? Anywho, I also remember going to a photographer who was really known at the time and had a beautiful studio. I should have known. They were in Davidson. If you live in, not they're not in Davidson, but in the off of like the I don't want to say Plaza Midwood, but they're like, if you're in Charlotte, you know what I'm talking about. They're just they're up from uptown on North Tryon, but they were in a really nice they were in a converted building that looked like nothing on the outside. It was absolutely amazing on the inside. Beautiful, beautiful photography. So it was expensive at the time. I'm sure it's even more now. I had some sticker shock. I did not know that wedding photography was so expensive when we got married. I had no idea. We ended up spending a decent amount, but no, we didn't spend like $5,000 on pictures. I think we spent maybe somewhere in the neighborhood, maybe less than 1,500, and that included our, I guess you call it a save the date, where we went downtown and stood in the middle of the street, and he took a cute picture of us in the middle of downtown Charlotte, like a big wide angle, and we used that for our we're getting married such and such day type of thing, or save the date. And I cannot imagine what you pay for wedding photography today, and then to have someone cancel and not be in contact and give a refund or start sending some money back. I have no idea. I really do not know. The type of business that I run, I do not collect people's money. You know what I'm saying? For services rendered. And when I have, I almost escrow. In my mind, I escrow money until the job is done. If I'm meeting with you on a consulting basis, after the service is provided is when the money is available. So, as far as I'm concerned, because if somebody cancels or something happens, there's no need there's people out here that once they collect money for a potential service, they're already allocating those funds, which if you've got the money or know if you are taking on that responsibility if something were to happen when you start moving that money around. It's just best that when you're providing a service and someone has paid for something, that you, in theory, kind of have that money in reserve or escrow, if you will, until the services are rendered, and then you allocate the funds accordingly, right? It's just I don't know. I just think it's better business because when something happens, people want refunds in 24 to 48 hours. And Keisha's over here um telling her version, and I don't know. I mean, is this guy full of scammery or what? We don't know. Is Keisha making up a story to push back? This is my thing. You are all this is She said this on a couple of occasions now, that she's already Miss Pastel. Okay. If you are already married, you guys have 4 kids. Not to say not 4, but Jeremy's got 4, she's got 3. He's gonna have 5. Proud dad of 5. And she's going to be a mommy of 4 humans, right? At the end of the day, what in the world are y'all doing? If you are stressing over photography money, baby, where's the wedding money? If you are stressing over this and that, like, to me, it just sounds like the budget is tight. It just sounds like the budget's tight. And I'm not saying they can't afford certain things, but it sounds like Jeremy is always gone working. It sounds like the budget is tight. And you already have a house full of children. What is the point? You're already married, right? I don't know. Put a tent outside, invite party rentals over, put up a nice, big, beautiful tent. I mean, but the house is in shambles. When they first bought the house, the property looked very nice. The backyard was still fucked up, but they at least had that patio landing, get some landscapers out there. I'm sorry, all of this money to have a party, to have their wedding somewhere. Um, and you could have put a couple of $1,000s in having some landscapers come clean up that damn backyard and make it presentable to have a outside garden party, have a nice big tent from party rentals, get some caterers out there. And that costs money, make no mistake, that's not cheap. But at the end of the day, you're also putting some money in for the beautification of your home. But now that that backyard is in shambles, you got damn chickens and fucking goats and all kinds of dog shit in the backyard. Cats, dogs, goats, chickens, whatever else they got back there. Damn, a jacked up garden. It's a mess. You got a damn tiny home rotting away. It's a mess back there. It probably looks like the back of Pull Apart. You guys know Pull Apart? The damn car salvage place? I'm surprised they don't have a couple of dead cars back there. Okay? You going to spend all that money when you need work done around the house. I'm sorry. With that amount, when you're single and don't have kids, it's one thing. But when you got a house full of kids, you got a property in shambles. It sounds like folks short on cash, crying over a photography deposit. It just sounds like maybe it's time to reconcile doing something different. Everybody's pockets are not set up the same. Everybody can't have, you know, everyone can't do the same thing. That's all I'm saying. Well, she told her dad she did sign a contract. Let's get into it. Okay, guys? Let's get into it and let's hear what's going on. Ma'am is in the car at this moment crying. Yesterday, we left off. Keshir got into a car accident. And I guess she's talking about she needs a new car now. She's feeling a way about her vehicle. All right, let's hear what's going on, guys.
Run out of the house. Hey y'all. I literally just had to run out of the house. And so
It's not even like you got 4 kids yet. You're getting ready to have a baby. Okay, you're getting ready to have a baby. That's not cheap. I mean, it sounds like they have insurance. I don't know what kind of insurance they're holding, but they have a plan. Maybe they have, what's it called? The exchange.
frustrated right now. I'm so frustrated, y'all. I'm so frustrated. I text. I'm so frustrated. I just text our photographer to confirm for today. I mean, not today, but this weekend, because I already paid him to.
I mean, you know how many people have last minute cancellations of photographers and not want, like, wild horses are not going to stop them from getting married. You know what I'm saying?
I paid him already to do the baby shower, and then pay him separately to do the save the date, and then pay him separately to do our photos for the wedding. So I'm texting him because y'all know he lives out of town, and I'm like,
let me put this on regular speed. Hold on. Let's see what's going on here. All right, hold on a second, guys. It's the snot slurping for me is so disgusting. All right. Gosh, I hope we're not back on this again. Let me see.
I'm so frustrated right now. I'm so frustrated, y'all. I'm so frustrated. I text. I'm I'm so frustrated. I just text.
I don't understand how you had to run out the house. Is it because she had to run out the house because she was so upset? Or you had to run out the house? The last thing you should be doing is running out of a house crying, because that's going to make the people in the house worried. Okay? You got little girls in the house. How are you running out the house crying? That's just not the right thing to do.
Our videographer, photographer, to confirm for today. I mean, not today, but this weekend, because I already paid him to. I paid him already to do the baby shower, and then pay him separately to do the save the date, and then pay him separately to do our photos for the wedding. So I'm texting him because y'all know he lives out of town, and I'm like, trying to calm down, y'all. So I'm like, okay, let me text.
Why don't you take a damn Benadryl? Take a Benadryl. I don't understand how, or whatever they will prescribe for you, but I think she could probably take Benadryl. You know how there's few medications you can take when you're pregnant, or that they don't want you taking too much. Benadryl is not one of them. I had nasal problems too when I was pregnant, and baby, it was life changing when I finally realized I could take some damn Benadryl. Oh my God. And I was having bloody noses. I was sitting at work with blood dripping down my face, like, oh, hey, did you know your nose is bleeding? And as a blood droplet is falling on my desk, like, it was awful. It was awful. That was one of my pregnancy symptoms, or pregnancy side effects, was bloody noses. Okay. When I started taking some antihistamine, life changing. Okay. She wants to sit up there and slurp snot all day. I guess that's her business, but it's so disgusting.
Because I've already been like kind of feeling nervous and uncertain because his wife is pregnant and she's also high risk. So initially when we did our wedding photos, he kind of like kept bringing up like he could do our wedding, this, that. And then like when we was talking about the wedding, I just was like, hey, I'm gonna finalize wedding numbers at a later date. I need to finalize my videographer, photographer for my baby shower, my this, my that, the bridal shower as well. All the things are gonna come before the wedding, so we can like kind of budget things out. And he just kind of like kept insisting, like, I can do it, hire me. And I'm like, well, what does your wife do for her baby? You know, I know babies come early, this, that, and the third, all these different things. But he ended up convincing me to move forward and just book him for everything. And I told myself, like, Keshir, you're gonna stress yourself out doing this. One, he lives out of town, and two, he already has another pregnancy situation, and you know, things are just.
Me personally, I don't think I would have known. I don't know. I just think when people tell you, okay, I know it's not uncommon to say, oh, we're expecting too, especially if the man is excited about the baby on the way. I mean, Charlotte is relatively local. I mean, local, I'm sure you mean Atlanta. But maybe this person has a shop in Atlanta, people do business between the two cities. So it's quite possible that he was doing business in Atlanta anyway. But because some people, that's, I don't know. I can't begin to understand this man's business practice, but at the end of the day, you gave all of your business to one person. It sounds like she doesn't even know this person that well. And it's also very confusing. You said he did your wedding photos, which I guess when they eloped, right? He did your wedding photos. Then you're talking about this photo and that bridal shower and doing the actual wedding and this, that, and the third. Like, you're telling, like, not to say that she's telling too much, but it's like, girl, you can't even keep track of what you got going on. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, you want something you want something in a certain way in order, but you've been so out of order, everybody's confused. Now you've paid a bunch of money and now the man is in the wind. You know what I mean? Like, man, I'm going to just go back to you guys are already married. You got 4 kids over there, getting ready to have 5. This man has 5 kids and doesn't make a lot of money. Why are you trying to do something? And, Jeremy, I don't think minds showboating with Keisha's money. But if your money can't pay for this, why are y'all bothering to do all of this? I don't get it. You know what I mean? What's the point? Do it when you can actually pay for it comfortably.
Anything can happen. So 2 weeks ago,
You know what I mean? Right now, at the time that you're about to deliver a baby, is probably not the best time to be, looking at all of these expenditures.
I had been trying to reach out to him and get everything together, and he ended up finally reaching back out and was like, "Oh, sorry, we're in the hospital, da da da." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, is everything okay?" We talked, da da da. "Oh, everything's gonna be fine, blah blah blah." Then the snowstorm was pending to happen for the baby shower was supposed to be that weekend. And when he told me he was driving down with his wife, I'm just like, there's no way in hell I feel comfortable as a pregnant woman who's dealing with so much in a high-risk pregnancy that I feel comfortable just for my own satisfaction asking you guys to come down here, travel down days earlier, and potentially get caught and stuck in ice after you're leaving, going back home. And so that was one of the main reasons why I said I'm gonna just reschedule this, because we have so much stuff to do and I'm not gonna have him put his wife at risk for me. Because I'm a considerate person. So anyway, we rescheduled it to this weekend. I've been dealing with so much. If you guys watch the vlog, like I said, I'm dealing with so much other stuff and my pains have increased so bad, and I'm just trying to keep my stress levels down. It's like one thing after the other, y'all. I text him I'm just so frustrated. So I just text him after dealing with so much stress this morning with other stuff. I was like, let me just focus on my baby shower. If I could just be happy and, the wedding stuff. So I texted him and I was like, hey, is everything okay? For this weekend, just verifying. He didn't text back right away. Some time went by. And I was like, and then I just ended up getting on Instagram real quick. And I don't know how freaking the algorithm put his story as literally the very first story. And I'm like, wait, isn't this his page? So I click it. And it was just like, hey, what did it say?
Girl,
It said,
you tell us. I don't know.
I will be retiring from photography for the time being. Please pray for my family. And I'm like, wait, I was like, maybe this is not my guy. Maybe I clicked the wrong person. Of course, I clicked the page. I'm like, oh yeah, this is my guy.
Girl, it sounds like a scam.
I'm so frustrated, y'all. I'm so frustrated.
I'm going to be retiring. I'm going to be retiring. I mean, retiring means I'm not doing this anymore. Isn't that what retiring? Isn't that what retirement is? Is I'm not doing this anymore. Me personally, I would be on the phone with American Express, Visa, whoever. I don't know if she paid for it through a debit card. I'd be calling Chase, Bank of America. Hey, good morning. I made a debit transaction with a vendor for a wedding and they are no longer going to be providing the service. I'm disputing it. I need to dispute this cash transaction, on my debit, or she paid for it with her card. I would imagine that the man sent her some sort of invoice to pay the deposit. Don't cry. Call your credit card company. Start the wheels in motion. At the end of the day, if sir is a scammer, you might have got scammed. Sitting in your car crying about it ain't gonna help.
I'm like, we're gonna have to push the wedding back at this point, because
now we gotta push the wedding back. What? I don't understand how loss of a photographer means that
just
the wedding has to
I'm
be
gonna have to
pushed
phone.
back. There's somebody out here who knows how to take pictures, who may or may not be a wedding photographer. I don't know. There's someone out here. You just gonna have to pay the coins. She probably cash apped him. I don't have an answer for that. Girl, if I spend something more than $50 on Cash App, you better notify me. Okay. That's I don't use Cash App for nothing. But little tiny transactions, going to get something to eat, something like that. Um, yeah, it's probably best to not do that, Cash App, because you want to be able to track and trace it back. So if you're going to use a debit card, you probably should use your bank. I don't know. I don't know what to tell. I don't, girl.
Another
Wedding
photographer.
gone.
All of our stuff that we're supposed to do this weekend.
Y'all, I don't know what's going on, but I can't listen to this on just regular speed, because the rate she's talking right now is at 1.25, and it's almost like not fast enough for me. Um oh, it's like, I guess, loading. I feel like this is a StreamYard problem
And my
again.
sister's like, I could try to help. And I'm like, we've already paid him. So I'm just like, I need my money back immediately.
Your sister said she can try to help, what? Make a phone call or give you some money? What?
I understand things happen. I don't know what happened. I don't even want to put into my brain what I think could have possibly happened. I don't even want to do that, but pray that everything is okay. But,
PayPal is good with disputes. But even if you keep in mind, like, a third party, like, let's just say you're using let's say two scenarios. You're using cash from your bank. So you're using your Chase debit card, but you have it in your PayPal portfolio. So you're paying through PayPal, right? But it's really coming from your Chase checking account, right? That's an additional layer of protection, because PayPal is great for disputes, but also your bank will also back you up as well, right? A credit card, again. So even when you're using a third party source like PayPal, even Cash App too, I guess, but Cash App, I think you typically fund your Cash App. So you fund through your sources, but Cash App transactions don't pull from your source to complete the transaction. You're actually funding it. Where PayPal is different. PayPal is almost like a ghosted um intermediary for the transaction, because your transaction's really going through whatever that funding source is, rather than you just funding the account like Cash App. So I don't know. You have a contract, and it's more than what you can stand to lose, and you're supposed to be doing business with someone. You should have some sort of letter of agreement or whatever. Keisha likes to go to court, so at the end of the day she can sue the guy and get her money back, try to figure it out. But at the end of the day, um sounds like a typical vlog. I cannot with her. Girl, the slurping of the snot is so disgusting. I like Cash App, especially for places I don't want exposure. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm on TikTok Shop, baby, Cash App all day. I don't want my banking information in TikTok Shop. I don't want my banking information on random websites. All of that stuff. So that's Cash App is really good for that, and PayPal. Absolutely. That to me, that's what um those uh those applications are for. That's That is some good protection right there. Girl, that's not disgusting. She likes to go to court unless she owes money, baby.
So now my baby
Okay,
shower doesn't have a
yes.
videographer or like someone to get content.
Now my baby shower doesn't have a videographer. Set up those cameras.
And then we can't film our stuff. And I've just made so much arrangements. Yo, I'm sorry. I've just made so much arrangements for this weekend. And I'm like, if I don't get this save the date and wedding photos taken this, like there's just no way I'm gonna be able to do it at another time. I'm gonna have to literally wait until I give birth and heal to do all this other stuff. It's just really stressing me out. Like, I'm beyond stressed, and I'm trying to like maintain.
Like, blow your
Leave out the house
nose.
real quick. I need to calm down. It's like, let me leave out the house because I didn't want. My mom is really sick right now, so I don't want to tell her nothing is going on to make it worse for her. She got sick a few days ago because her heat went out in her house, and so it was out overnight. And she has asthma and all this, very weak system. So she was the one who got sick, and yeah. So I just don't want to put that on her, and then I don't want the girls asking me what's wrong, or whatever. And I just feel like talking to Jeremy right now is gonna make me cry even harder. And he's asleep because he stayed up very late working, and I'm just so fucking overwhelmed, you guys. I'm so overwhelmed. Like, and then not to mention just so much other stuff going on behind the scenes. So I'm just like, I text my sister, I was like, should I just push the wedding back by an additional 2 months? Blah blah blah. Just to give myself time, because it's too overwhelming because obviously I could just scramble and just say, hey, there's so many photographers, I can try to do this, and yes, that's possible, but I just feel like it's so much on me right now. It's just so much on me right now. I can't even think to like hurry up and scramble. One, I have to get in contact with the guy to give me all my deposits back. I've spent thousands of dollars in deposits and had the rest of his balance in my account ready to pay, and I literally almost paid him the balance. I was like, let me just go ahead and pay him the balance right now for this weekend. And I was like, no, Keisha, wait until they're done with the services and then you pay people balances. Like, let's not be crazy. So I didn't pay it. And, like I said, I'm not getting any texts or calls or, everybody's calling my phone and needing me and demanding this of me and needing answers for this and questions for that. And I'm just so overwhelmed. Like, it's 12 o'clock. I have not eaten a single thing. I have to go get some groceries real quick. And I just pray to God that my sciatica could just allow me to get these groceries real quick. I'm not going to do a heavy shopping trip. I'm just going to probably get stuff for.
She's over here talking about Instacart. She said that she needs to start using What about Walmart grocery delivery? What about, I don't know who else delivers. I guess Sam's delivers. I'm sure most of the grocery stores do. Doesn't Publix doesn't have delivery? Like, why is it maybe they all use Instacart? I don't know. I don't use Instacart like that. If I get a grocery delivery, it's Walmart and that's it. I don't do anybody else. I used Instacart back in the day, but it's been a very long time. I don't understand why you're not getting groceries delivered or just picking up. You know what I mean? I don't even walk through that damn store anymore. I used to walk out of Walmart with so much garbage. Paying whatever I pay Walmart plus the annual fee, right? Whatever I pay to Walmart, it is so worth it to me that I don't walk out with another set of damn plastic plates, that I don't walk out with another damn skillet, that I'm not walking out with damn 3 2-pieces, okay? Because I saw something. Or let me go get my husband a pack of t-shirts. It saves me money. I don't have to shop, and I don't buy a bunch of shit I don't need. Walking out with a sun hat that I will never wear. You know what I mean? Girl, buying another plant holder, getting another spatula. I don't want that shit. I don't want it. I don't want to go home with another TV. I am susceptible to impulse spending and buying. I just want to pull up, get my shit and go. I almost hate Walmart. You know what I mean? I don't go into Target. I don't go into Walmart. I don't go into none of them places. I pull up. That's what I do. I don't even go to the pharmacy anymore. They send that thing down in the chute. I pull up to either aisle 1 or aisle 2, and the bank thing, you send the little thing, you put your credit card in there, you send it up and your medicine comes down. I don't even have to go in anymore. I don't want to go inside. I don't want to see another thermos. I don't want to see a badminton set. I don't want to see a stuffed animal. Girl, going into the store with kids is a mess. Oh, mom, can I get that plushie? Mom, can we go da 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 da? Mom, I need some mousse. Mom, can I get some eyeliner? Mom, can we go look at this or that? Mom, remember we said, did you get watermelon? Mom, you know what I mean? Like, oh, girl, no. Uh-uh. I just want to pull up. That's it. That's all. I don't have time to shop.
The next two days. And I really need to start doing the whole, what is it called, Instacart thing. I just had bad experiences with it. Every time I did it in the past, like, it literally was a very bad experience. Like, they did not get what I asked, or they kept the whole trip kept saying this is not available.
There's nothing worse than walking out the store mad. When I leave the store with a purchase, I want to be happy. I don't want to feel like, girl, where am I going to put this shit? Or let me leave this in the car so my husband doesn't see. Okay? Because don't you already have 25 pots and pans? Yeah, but this is a nice set with gold hardware. I love this. You know what I mean? Okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to have to like be shamed. I don't want shopping shame. Okay? I don't want to feel shopping shame as a former, I'm not going to say a compulsive shopper, but I feel like I used to shop a little too much. And I'm so glad that I have created systems for myself to not buy shit that I regret. It's not even the money. It's more of just kind of like, what am I going to do with this? Do I need another pair of this or that? You know what I mean? Like, when you've got 30 or 40 pairs of jeans, do you really need another pair of jeans? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. To me, it allows me to buy and be happy about it. I don't want to just buy shit to be buying shit. I don't like it. You know what I mean? It's not a good feeling. Um, I just think it's ridiculous. I do go to Trader Joe's for my produce. I'm very particular. And but you probably enjoy that too. You know what I mean? I don't want to go buy milk and bread. I don't. There are some things that I don't mind going to buy. And if that's something that is, yeah. So if it's something that you enjoy, or it's a concern because you have to have your produce a certain way, then absolutely. To me, going to these big box stores, I don't like it because it's just too, I don't know. I don't want to go in there and buy a bunch of shit I don't want because I think it's just too tempting. Um, Also, I think it eliminates buying things like chips and candy and, oh, let me go get that box of donuts. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I stick to my list when I online shop, and I don't run the risk of bringing home things that are not good for my household and good for my health and things like that as well.
So I had to switch it to this. This is not available. So and I'm like, that's not the brand I want, or that's not this.
I've started asking myself, do I need this or do I just want it? Exactly. Especially when you have disposable income. This is not necessarily a problem for people on a tight budget, but when you have
I want this, not the
disposable
that.
income, you are more likely to buy shit you don't need and get home and be like, "Oh God, I didn't realize I had 5 mustards." You know what I mean? It's just wasteful spending. And I think, I don't know.
I want, like, what's the point of me sending you there? Or I want like organic items and they're just getting me what they want to get me. Like, I just didn't have good experience with it, so I stopped doing it. And this when I lived in like the condos. But I need to get back with the program and try it out again.
Girl, you haven't lived in a condo for how long? How long has it been since you've lived in the condo?
Yeah, maybe I'll have a better experience moving forward. But I just had to come on here and vent to you guys because I'm just so freaking overwhelmed. Like, I'm just trying not to, like, because I know the storm is looking real stormy-ish right now, but I'm like, okay, Keisha, anything can change. Like, anything could change. It's okay. We can find you another person. But like I said, I've already paid deposits. And then we got a discount for the stuff for this weekend because we booked.
Girl, do you see all these leaves? Where's Jeremy and the blower? I know they have 10 acres and all of that shit, but do you know what happens with all those leaves and woods? Baby, they probably got snakes everywhere. They got snakes. They have to have snakes. Okay? They're snakes naturally, right?
Him in full for the wedding. And the incentive was, like I said, he really wanted us to move forward with him. So he was like, okay, and since you booked me as the full wedding photographer, we'll go ahead and do, like, I'll give a discount to do all the other events.
I don't think they thought that out buying that property. People with those size properties have big mulchers. Maybe that's why their grass looks so nice. If they were collecting, some people with your riding lawnmower, you can collect all of the leaves, it mulches and spits out, and you can put that in your garden. I don't think they thought out the upkeep of that much property and what it produces. Baby, that's a whole mess that they got going on over there. And it is winter, but at the end of the day, my God.
And that's just kind of what we did. So now I will have to pay someone else significantly more. And it's not a matter of that, but it is a matter of that still. Because it's Tuesday and all this stuff is Saturday. And to find someone to do a save the date on Saturday, last minute, I just can't see it happening. Like, they need to have done wedding content. I can't just hire any old, where am I going? I go this way. I can't just hire any old photographer, videographer, things like this. I have to hire people who are in the field. And to find, like, these people are booked. Like, even when I was getting quotes from people, like, they were booked up for over a year. Like, it doesn't work like that. Now, the baby shower content, I can just, I do want my money back, but, my friends and family can just get me some pictures and videos. I'll just tell everybody, hey, please take, some really good pictures and videos. It just sucks right now, y'all. I know people, like I said, I thought my wedding planning process was going to be easy because I'm like, we're doing this all inclusive. Hell, they did include a videographer. They did include a photographer for the wedding, but we opted to use this guy because, he did our wedding photos. So, he was he did good business. He did good. And, he's a Black businessman. So I was like, oh, yeah. Where am I? That way. Straight. Yeah.
I'm sorry. This might be an unpopular opinion. I am not, when it goes bad, this is my point. When it goes bad, we didn't hear nothing about him being a Black business owner when shit was good. Now, when things have gone bad, well, I thought he did good business and, he's a Black business owner. Can you stop? We didn't hear nothing about that when you booked him. But now you want to, like, it's like the left-handed shade that you did business with someone because they were Black and look how they do you. Baby, at the end of the day, you need to vet your vendors better. And maybe there's a lesson for people to check references when you booked Was everything on time? Was everything done? Da, 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 blah, 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 blah. All of the things. You know what I'm saying? And this is another unpopular opinion. As someone, and I'm going to be honest with you, my endocrinologist, she's Nigerian. Okay. My whole team is either women or Black women. I just have a preference for female providers, and my endocrinologist is Black, and my PCP. Okay. Both females. Okay. Now, before my last PCP left, she was a white lady, Beth. Okay. Loved her. And then before her was Dr. Keisha. Shouts out to Dr. Keisha because she listens. Okay. But Dr. Keisha left and it now is at the university. Okay. At the end of the day, it had nothing like there's certain criteria in me choosing somebody, but I'm not going to just be like, and I threw business at them because they were a woman. No, I selected that individual because I knew they were going to do a good job for what I needed. What I needed, I selected those individuals. Okay. I just hate when people always want to, when it goes bad, you want to, and then just the final sticking point is that I thought, because I wanted to give them some Black business. Girl, bye.
So I was like, oh my.
Don't do that. You should have checked references. That's not a good selecting process. Okay. I want to know, let me see. She should have had a backup. She should have had a photographer. You know what? So I'm sure you guys have had photo sessions before. Some of these photographers will have a photographer that they work with. And also some of these photographers have a photography studio that they either have a partner or they have other photographers that work with them. My photographer's backup was the fact that he had a partner. You know what I mean? So if something would have happened, she would have been able to step up, and she had an assistant too. They both had assistants, but as it turned out, the day of the wedding, she came with him. So I basically had two photographers rather than a photographer and assistant, right? They need to provide a backup. If you're paying thousands of dollars, they should have their own backup. But I don't know. Okay, Jeremy is a gutter snipe. Okay, the Black, get right. Black, I'm sorry. I feel like Black has nothing to do with it at the end of the day. If he's supposed, like, why did you select him? You selected him because he was a Black business, or you selected him because you saw his portfolio of wedding content and thought that aligned with what you wanted your day to look like? Like, come on now.
I was like, oh, of course, like, yeah, let's, because he really seemed like he wanted to, like I said, I knew his wife was pregnant. Everybody trying to make money and trying to get their lives together. So I was like, we can hire.
Do you hear this criteria for how she selected this person? His wife was pregnant and everybody's trying to get their life together. Baby, that sounds like some bullshit. Okay? That sounds like, girl, you saw someone off on the side of the road taking some pictures with their phone and thought that was a good idea to hire them.
The lie detector determined that was a lie. The lie.
Okay. That does not sound like a proper interview for a wedding photographer and a baby shower. Okay. That sounds like some mess.
I told our wedding venue people, like, take off our videographer, take off our photographer. That was the only thing we took off of the all-inclusive package. Now I could easily call them, and then, well, we still have the videographer, but I could easily call.
Let me tell you, the minute that I found out that he was retiring or something like that, as fast as I would have been calling Sally over there at the wedding venue, hey, Can you add the photographer and the videographer back on? Why? What happened, Keisha? I thought you had somebody. It fell through, and I need. Okay. The venue probably has 25 photographers that they can call who are ready to do business with them.
Them and say, hey, go ahead and put the photographer back on our tab. But like I said, I'm just so frustrated. I really hope that he follows back up and gives us our money back. Because obviously with a message like that, pray for my family. And we're taking this time off and blah blah blah. Like I can only imagine what could have been so serious, which, you know, I'm praying. Like I don't want like I said, I don't want to think of anything negative. But when someone says they got to take time off, then, you know. But with that being said, I'm just emotionally overwhelmed, you guys. I'm just emotionally like everything that could go wrong right now is going all the way fucking left. Like literally everything is going left.
Well, 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 well. Okay. Well, well, well. It's going left. I don't know. I don't know why it's going left. Oof, girl. She has to pay for everything. She was trying to find someone cheap. Tell the truth, girl. You ordered what you could afford and you got what you paid for or lack thereof. It's, yeah. People cancel. But at the end of the day, if you're doing a wedding venue that provides photographers, I would have already been on the phone with that lady and been giving that as her job. They have wedding coordinators at these venues for a reason. And you don't think these venues have a list of qualified, ready to make money vendors that they are ready to give you a referral for or book it for you? You got to be kidding. You want to see the contract. We'll never see it. Maybe she'll show it to us. I guess if she's going to sue him. I don't know what's going on, you guys. Hold on. Yesterday it was one thing. Now today it's another thing. Hold on. Let's see. I feel like this is a StreamYard thing now. This is crazy. Let's see. Hmm. Okay, let me see. Hold on. I just switched 14. Are you guys keeping I'm sure you guys are keeping up with the story with Savannah Guthrie and her mom. I hope I just hope we don't get bad news on that. I mean, the whole thing is bad news, but I feel really bad for that lady and that family cuz baby, it does not seem like it's going to end well, but I hope and hope and hope that that lady is holding on. Uh that's a nightmare, y'all. That is a certified nightmare. Especially if you have an elderly parent living home alone. Mm-mm. That's crazy. All right, let me. Hmm. Okay.
just, you're having a C-section, the day the baby is coming. You just gonna have to wait.
I thought she said she didn't know that she was having a C-section. Didn't she say she had a birth plan and she's going to advocate for herself? Isn't she trying to not have a C-section?
You guys, I'm just emotionally over like
I
everything
don't know. Is she acting? I don't know.
that could go wrong right now is going all the way fucking left. Like literally everything is going left. And I'm just like, Keisha, just give yourself an extra 2 months and just reschedule to save the date. And you just,
Yes, it's
you're having a
disgusting.
C-section. The day the
It's
baby is
bothering
coming. You
me.
just gonna have to wait.
It's giving me sensory overload. It's giving me oh, her mucus is bothering my spectrum service or it's bothering my ADD. Which one? It's I'm so overstimulated right now. It's overstimulating my whole it's overstimulating my whole entire orbit, okay?
Do all this stuff because if I give myself extra 2 months, then I can take the photos. Because this month is February. The save the date would have went for 3 months. So yeah, I mean, there's no right or wrong way to reveal your save the date or reveal this or reveal that. Like you do whatever you want to do, like however you want to do it.
All I know is I had a friend who got married on Valentine's Day in Vegas and she didn't tell anybody. She told, I don't know, a few people, like let's say a handful of people. You could not tell the people who were at her wedding that August. Those people who came to the wedding in August did not know that they had already eloped in Vegas. Nobody knew. That was it. That's all. That's my story. Most people are not in on the elopement.
Everything was contingent upon me being pregnant, and I just know if
Who cries over pictures? Keisha, because she wants receipts and she wants content. It's not the wedding. I mean, they're already married. She doesn't care. She says she's already Miss Pastel. She don't care. And to me, if you really don't care, I wouldn't spend the money. Girl, get your house together. Get that damn ratchet property looking like something. Get that damn yard back together. Get a proper corral for all them damn animals you got going on. Get a damn legit chicken coop. Okay? What is going on with the goats and the chickens and everything else? I wonder if August is in the wedding. Huh. I don't know. I mean, it would be a nice thing to do. Let him walk down with what's her name? Jory in August. That would be nice. I mean, that is Jeremy's son. You know what I'm saying? Like, let the boy be part of the situation. Let him get his little tuxedo and be a big girl and let his mom show up too. You know what I mean? But, Ashley to me, she seems, I don't know, she probably wouldn't go. Maybe she'd go, maybe she'd not go. I would say I wouldn't be surprised if she went, if she were invited. And I wouldn't be surprised if they decided to not invite her because Keisha low key is still salty. She says she's not, but okay. If you're salty about the boy, you still don't like Ashley. There's no reason to be salty about an innocent child, which the only reason why you would be salty about an innocent child is because you're still salty about Jeremy digging her guts out. Okay.
I don't get this done this weekend, I just can't foresee myself. Like I don't have the strength.
It would be a nice gesture to send her an invitation. And I think the proper thing, considering that they're not really friends, would be to not go. And, But it would be the decent thing to send an invitation or at least, call, because, there is a child involved. I'll have to look in I have to look into the etiquette on that. That's an interesting modern question, you know. Do you invite ex-wives, which she's not an ex-wife, or baby mamas to the wedding? I guess it really depends on the friendship relationship, the co-parenting. It really depends on the dynamics of the situation, right? But considering this is a messy situation, even though it's that's a whole nother conversation. Girl, it's a mess. It's a mess.
Energy. Hey guys, happy
Hey guys.
Wednesday.
Hey guys. Y'all, I'm on the struggle bus with the stream. I don't know what's going on. I'm on the struggle bus. Let's see. Some of them cool like that. Yeah, there's some families that are just kind of like, girl, I'm just glad we made boo-boo. We made boo-boo and we are so happy apart. You know what I mean? There's some people who are very cool about the situation. They came together, they did what they needed to do, and they are living their separate lives. Everybody's happy and they're just two happy families now. But that's clearly not the case at this moment. You know what I mean? At this moment. Yes. Brand, please. No. Yeah. Mm-mm. And that's okay. I mean, I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. But it would still be the decent thing to do, especially if he's going to be in the wedding. But maybe Jeremy would handle that business. I would imagine, hey, we're gonna have August in the wedding. Are you okay, with that? Just making sure, the mom is in support.
My doctor's office. I had to come in here with an emergency appointment because this morning I woke up and I was spotting. And blood is never a good thing while you're pregnant. And I tried to call the nurse line. They were completely packed. So Jeremy was like, let me just take you there immediately just so we can make sure. I'll catch you guys up with everything that we talked about yesterday. But pretty much they have done 2 different tests and baby Nugget looked good as far as like her heart and her movements. We did the machine for like 20 minutes. She just checked my cervix. My cervix is still closed. And the last thing is they're going to order an ultrasound to do. They need to check my placenta and they need to check, like just physically look at her. And then they are doing some tests. I told them.
Okay, this is where I kind of was like, wait a second. So, how did they do? So, let's go back. I'm not a doctor. Listen.
And baby Nugget looked good.
How would they know baby Nugget looked good without an ultrasound? You went in for an emergency appointment. Wouldn't they have brought you back to the ultra? And if she's high risk, she's not seeing a maternal fetal medicine doctor. So maybe she's not seeing an MFM, but let's just say they sent her back for an ultrasound. So they send you back. They're taking a look. Now, maybe they didn't get her on the big 3D machine, but I would think if they're going to tell you that the baby looks good, the heartbeat is fine, but now you want to check the placenta on those big 3D machines, they can see the placenta there. They're usually taking a full scan, right? So why are you making it seem like it's a twofold when the ultrasonographer is going to do all of that, especially if you're coming in for some sort of high risk appointment or some sort of emergency appointment? There's blood. Why are you going to a doctor's office for blood? Why are you not running to the women's hospital or the urgent, the urgent care for pregnant women or whatever? Does she go to some sort of HMO or something?
As far as like her heart and her movements, we did the machine for like 20 minutes. She just checked
So they put her on the Doppler, maybe?
my cervix. My cervix is still closed.
And they did all this. They checked your cervix. They put her on the Doppler. They see the baby. And then you're still saying they didn't check your placenta. I find that hard to like. They're not going to have you in there all day. If pregnancy is what they do, they're going to be able to determine that you can go home, lay down, relax, be still.
And the last thing is they're going to order an ultrasound to do. They need to check my placenta, and they need to check, like just physically look at her.
Didn't they do that when they gave her the first? They said the baby looked fine. What are you talking about? The baby looked fine. How would they have seen that had they not done an ultrasound? You know what I'm saying?
And then they are doing some tests. I told them like I had just got over being sick, and I've been coughing and blowing my nose. I've been actually having a bloody nose every
You should have been taking some antihistamine.
day, like every single day. And like I'm blowing out a lot of mucus, and I don't take anything, and I don't want to take anything for it. So we kind of talked about that. Obviously, I went grocery shopping yesterday and was lifting a lot of.
Right, but this is my point. If she's had placenta prevera, it's not even, to be fair, it's fine. Nobody cares. Like at the end of the day, the bottom line is that she's got a history of placenta prevera. You don't think the doctors already know that? Why? Maybe they've already done all of these tests and maybe she's just going out of order and she's trying to get people caught up. It just doesn't sound like the proper sequencing of things. And it doesn't seem like typically you're going to have 2 and 3 steps unless where she went for treatment isn't properly outfitted to do all of these things. And she went to one place and now they're sending her to another place. Who knows? I don't know. But they would know that if she has a history of placenta prevera. And why would they? I don't know. It just sounds like a little bit like if they've already looked at the baby and they're looking and they're doing an ultrasound, why would they be doing another ultrasound? And then why would they had you on basically laying in the exam room on a Doppler. She said they listened to it for about 20 minutes. I don't know. It just sounds like maybe she's trying to make it seem like more than what it is, and what's actually she says is going on is not necessarily happening. Do you see what I'm saying? If this is the case, it doesn't sound like the proper sequencing, and more than likely it just sounds like she's making some stuff up, like she's putting 20 on 10
stuff. And then just like all the stress.
I think she just wants to have some drama. She's always what? It always sounds made up. It's like, girl. She's handling
that I've endured yesterday was out of this world. I'll catch you guys up with everything that happened yesterday when I leave here. But
she's always in crisis while pregnant. Yeah, it's just, if you have a problem with your placenta, they already know this. So they're going to check that, right? and then you're bleeding. What's going on? You know what I mean? Another part of her problem is that she always has to sit in her car for hours while the girls are at cheer practice to avoid back and forth driving, and that has to be hell on her back. Okay. I mean, I don't know. Doesn't her mother drive? Look, maybe the cheer people don't live close by, right? Um, this is the time where you have auntie, you have, I don't know, maybe she doesn't talk to her brother. This is the time when you have to employ people who care about you and your family to say, hey, you know what? I need for you to pick up the girls. Okay. I need for you to take them to practice. I need for you to bring them home. I need some help with the mom bus. Mom bus has one driver, mom bus needs two. Okay. This is when you start to ask for help so that you're not the only person doing all of the driving. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to say. You know, she has a husband, right? You have a father of these children. You've got a grandmother. You've got a father. You've got able-bodied adults who have driver's licenses. You know, I know everybody doesn't want everybody driving their kids, and I get it. So that's just a decision she has to make um, on who's allowed to drive the kids around. But I would imagine auntie and pop pop and mama, and that there's people out here that can help and pick up these churn from their many appointments, right? And while they're at gymnastics for an hour, there's nobody that says that Keisha has to sit in the car, right, Miss Dee? Nobody says she got to sit in the car. You can stand up. She can go stand up. Why not go stand up? Go walk around. Go stand in the gym, in the gymnastics gym. Go stand at Starbucks. Drop them off, go home and lay down and send your husband to go pick them up. Why does he can get started an hour early and leave an hour earlier to go get your kids? You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to be creative. These kids are finishing in the evening. Sir needs to start figuring out how he can get off work at a certain time to go pick those children up so she can go rest her body. It shouldn't all be on one person. You know what I'm saying? If it bothers you to sit in the car, like yesterday, for instance, I got to the school at the regular time. Boo Boo had texted me an hour before, but I didn't see it. And she reminded me she had her club meeting and wasn't going to be coming out till 3 o'clock. Okay. And guess what I did? I was like, okay, I'll go run an errand. Girl, I spun the block. I was gonna go get a coffee, and girl, I was like, I don't even feel like getting out the car. I rode right back to the school and parked, and baby, let my seat back and just had a moment, okay, to myself in the quiet, okay, and the nice heat in the car. She got that pillow in there. I don't know. You know, sometimes you got to just use your time. All the stuff that this woman has to do, she could have been calling the caterer or the event place. She could have been calling that man again about her pictures. You know, when you have an hour, that's time that you can pay some bills, handle some business, take a damn nap, go for a walk, talk to the other moms in the gym. You know what I mean?
I've been praying.
Y'all, I don't know what is going on with this, so we'll try to get this fixed, but it seems like it's just lagging. It's lagging.
And I just know God is gonna cover me and baby. And she's okay, and I'm okay. I'm okay. I just know I have to continue to remain stress free. They said that the stress doesn't like cause bleeding or anything, so that was good to know. She was like, if anything, it's like lifting. Um, but they want to kind of rule things out before I start trying to determine. So once we're done with the ultrasound, we'll go over the causes and things of that nature. But um, I've been trying to just keep it cool, remain positive, and just take it one step at a time and not just overreact. Um, so I'm just happy that she's actively moving and all that, and my service is still closed. There's no contractions or anything. So we're gonna just check this placenta, and prayerfully the placenta is doing what it needs to do, and we'll be good to go. So I'll
Is that
keep
the
y'all
comment I'm
updated.
supposed to read off the
Hey
Jeremy doesn't
guys,
have a job?
so I'm back home. And my nose is really stopped up. Not really stopped up. It's still like whatever the mucus is, like the way I'm smelling it through my nose is like a smell I've never. I don't even know how to explain.
Maybe you have a sinus infection. So what? You're not the first person to have a sinus infection while pregnant. At the end of the day, lady, take some damn Benadryl. And you don't have a sinus infection because if you did, they would have gave you something. Yeah, I had placenta previa, also a Previa. At the end of the day, I ended up having to have a C-section. I don't know. I wasn't really too focused on it. I let them worry about it. I had an MFM doctor because I was 40. And girl, you would have thought that I was damn 85 years old because, girl, they were like, it's a senior pregnancy. Girl, having a baby over a certain age, they make you feel like you are Methuselah up in there. Okay. And I went to the regular office, and then right after, they would schedule me right afterwards with the MFM. So I would go see my OBGYN, and then I would go to the next floor and go see the MFN. So they would do the little Doppler in the office, and then they would have my old behind up there on the 3D machine, and you would have thought I was damn at the damn senior living center trying to have a baby, okay? Because I was 40, forte, okay? And they said I had placenta previa. And my main thing was I really didn't want to have the baby too early. And also, girl, I had gestational diabetes. Oh, Jesus. I have not been able to shake that damn thing since, okay? I had to start taking insulin, and I cried and cried and cried, and I ended up, you know what I'm saying, like my endocrinologist was like, she told me, she gave me the breakdown of what could happen if I didn't take the insulin, so I started taking it. And girl, she's been my doctor ever since. Okay, girl, we're about 15 years strong now. Because I started, you guys know, I was I was in my second trimester when I found out that I was pregnant, girl. I was like 13 weeks. Okay, I was so clueless as to what was going on. I was like, girl, I'm not pregnant. That test keeps saying no. I got tired of taking pregnancy tests. And then I was so tired of taking pregnancy tests, I didn't find out I was pregnant until I was already damn out of my first trimester. I was like, I'm tired of those stupid tests. They never come out. And then finally, finally I got my positive. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just didn't focus on it. I don't know what the dangers were. I'm sure they probably told me, but I'm just the type of person, I'm going to follow your directions. I'm going to do exactly what the doctor tells me to do, and I'm not going to worry about the details. That's the type of person I am. I am not going to sit and stress. I'm going to just do exactly what the doctor says. And I did. And I had a healthy baby, and I made it. So that was all I wanted to focus on. I don't know what what in the placenta previa would have happened, but I just did what they told me to do. I showed up to every appointment. We had the baby at 39 weeks, and that was it, and that was all, and we were good. You know what I'm saying?
Money. But anyways,
Girl, I am so sick and tired of this damn lagging ass video. Let me put it back. I cannot listen to it on regular speed. I hate listening on regular speed.
everything panned out the way it was supposed to with baby Nugget. I have to come back in on Thursday to do a placenta for them to examine my placenta.
If they're waiting all those days, any of my nurses or medical professionals, if they were concerned about her placenta on the day that she came in allegedly bleeding, are they going to wait days to check it? Hello? Hello? Come on now. If they were concerned based on the exam of that day, she would still, hello? Come on, you guys. You guys got to put your thinker caps on. Your Keisha K League thinker cap. They're not, if they are concerned about the life of a child and the mother, because, moms can, it can be dangerous for mom too, right? They're not sending you home to come back days later to check on something.
And then I already had a doctor's appointment scheduled on Friday that they still want me to make it to.
Girl, you go and you don't skip appointments. They might, when you're pregnant, you don't skip appointments. They just add appointments. If you're coming in for an extra, that's fine because they still need to have you. Now you're coming in for a problem visit. You still need to come for your 32 week or your 30 because they're doing different things and that's part of your care.
So there's that. I had.
Yeah, we just gonna pray for the computer. I think this is StreamYard. This cannot be me. This was a scheme. Girl, you know what this was? Thank you for bringing that up. Scheme to get Jeremy back home. You know what this was? Okay, you gonna see she getting ready to be real slick. Her dad's getting ready to call, right? Her dad's getting ready to call, and she really very slickly lets him know that she's been having breathing problems and she wanted to get a air purifier, and if it doesn't come, if nobody gets it this weekend, and then he says if nobody gets it this weekend, hey boo boo, hey Taylor, if nobody gets it, then he said I'll get it for you, right? Just let me know, right? It was some dry beggary to her dad, wasn't it? Girl, this one nothing but some dry begging. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Girl, I did my homework. I watched Vicky. Y'all be proud of me. I did my little homework and watched, okay? Y'all, what's going on? Okay, maybe I need to close out. I do have a lot of stuff open. Let me do that. Okay, let me close out some things. I did open like a damn 150 things yesterday. Let me close some things out. All right. Y'all, bear with me for a second. I got a lot open. Let me see. How many tabs do I have open? A lot. All right, let me close some. Oh yeah, let me close these out. I was being nosy last night and opened up. Well, I was doing research. Let me get it right. I was yeah. I was being a little bit nosy last night, and let me close some of this stuff. Okay. I was getting caught up. Okay. Is this going to help? Girl. You think this is some dry baggery? Hey, Taylor. I'm sure he is going to give her money for more than that. She called to make sure he was home. I mean, does Sir have coin? You know what I mean? I thought he's a chef or something. I know chefs can make money. Does he own a restaurant or something? You know what I'm saying? Like, okay. She claims she knows her dad will pay for what she needs. Sandy has never left that ever since those girls were born. She claims she stopped bleeding before she made it to the hospital. Louis' father is hip to her schemes and he ain't falling for none of it. Oh, wow.
I know this is kind of TMI, but this is just.
You had a lot of bleeding. What's a lot of bleeding? Like a pad? Or I'm just surprised. So she said after they did the cervical exam, don't look, when they do the cervical exam when you're pregnant to check to see what's going on down there, they basically, doesn't the doctor just stick two fingers up in there? I mean, not to be, you know what I'm saying? Like we're all grown and women, right? And if you're not, you got to be grown. And if you don't know that the doctor's sticking like two or three fingers in your vaginal canal, you just found out. They basically just do the finger test and they can feel the ring of the cervix and they can tell if it's open, baby. They give you the fingers. They're not putting the speculum and all that. They're not doing all that when you're pregnant. If I recall correctly, they're doing the finger test because I was mortified in the hospital when the doctor came the first time to really test. I just didn't know it was going to happen like that. I was just like, what's going on here? Okay. I was like, wait a second, what is going on? And they checked and were like, oh, 1 centimeter. Okay. Hated it. Okay. Hated it. Weird. It was feeling very much like, ew, what's going on? Am I supposed to be feeling a weird, like, this is weird right now? Okay. Girl, what are you talking about? Girl, all kinds of stuff happens in your private place. Okay. When you go in to have a baby, if you've never had a baby before, just forget about feeling weird about being naked from the waist down around a lot of people. Okay. Don't even worry about it. Everybody's going to see your vag. Everybody's going to see how you shave. Everybody's going to see everything. So just be cool. Just be cool about it and just be okay in your brain that we all have the same thing. It's just they're going to get to see yours. Okay? That's it. Is if you're a very shy, modest person, have your baby at home. Okay? Because people are going to be opening up doors. People are going to, you might be peeing and 5 people come in to see what you're doing. The doctor's going to come in with gloves and jam 3 fingers up you to check on you. It's so intrusive. If you feel some type of way, stay home. Stay home and get a midwife. Okay? Other than that, just know everybody on the floor is going to have a potential to see what you got going on from the waist down. Okay.
talking.
Needs to be
We're
okay.
trying to,
2 thumbs down, don't recommend it. The cervical exam, I hated it probably as much as I hate getting a mammography. Okay, a mammogram, right? As much as I cannot stand getting my mammogram, baby, I was not happy about getting my cervix checked. That thing was like, what is really going on here? I feel like I need to file an incident report.
we're getting through this. But anyway, so there was a lot of bleeding after the cervical exam. So they want me to pee like 3 or 4 times, like now that I'm home, and then monitor it and prayerfully.
They want her to pee 3 or 4 times. What does peeing have to do with your cervix bleeding? Can you tell me? What they told her to pee 3 times. Hold on a second, guys.
The lie detector determined that was a lie. The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Girl, your bladder and your uterus have nothing to do with each other than they're in close proximity, but you urinating has nothing to do with your cervix bleeding. Okay? It just doesn't. I mean, it just doesn't. Anybody who actually got like a decent score in basic biology, maybe anatomy and physiology if you took advanced science courses, you would know this. I mean, like you would know this maybe if you didn't even take biology. But there are people who do not know anything about their anatomy, and Keisha is sounding like one of them. Peeing 3 times for what? For what?
No, the blood does not persist. Because when I had my pap smear earlier on, I did bleed a lot, but
What does your pap smear? You shouldn't have had. Why are you bringing up a pap smear and them scraping your cervix? Why are you bringing up a pap smear, which has nothing to do with pregnancy? And they wouldn't even be doing a pap smear at this time. Why is she? It's like she's throwing everything into this but the kitchen sink. When she mentioned a pap smear, that she bled when she had a pap smear, I don't know, that's possible, but girl, hello. Um, ma'am, what's going on? What's going on?
the rest of my exams, I haven't had any bleed or anything. But they're thinking like because I had the spotting earlier, we don't know. I came home.
I think she's making up stories because she wants to. Girl, don't manifest anything into your life. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to just say, I'm going to keep it very cute and just say, keep talking because what's going to happen, you're going to end up manifesting something. You might want to quit while you're ahead with the dummies that watch your channel that have no idea about science and how this shit actually works, because you're throwing everything out but the kitchen sink. And ma'am, be quiet.
And I have my HelloFresh brand deal that I have to film. I have to do Instagram.
Right, but why is she bringing up a pap and you're 7, 8 months pregnant? Maybe she did bleed when she had a pap smear, but what's that got to do with what you got going on right now? The cervical test for them to see if your cervix is open is not the same. They're using fingers to check to see if your cervix is open, and they're checking the measurement. The pap smear, they're using like a scraper to get the cells, you know what I'm saying? Like, what does that have to, like, the two tests are not even similar. So it's like she's conflating two different things. You know what I mean? So someone will say, oh yeah, when I had a pap smear, I bled a little bit. Okay, but what that got to do with checking to see if your cervix is open at 7 months pregnant?
Video, so I'm a little because I'm not in any condition to really do it, but I'm
She may have a
starving and I need
UTI
to
and
eat.
drink a lot of
So I'm like, I
juice.
need to cook one of these meals
And be,
because I need to cook one of these meals right now. So I'm about to get my brief together.
if she has a UTI and she's got blood, she would have a full-on bladder infection. And again, I don't think it's a UTI unless she's just not telling us, because they would have checked her urine and she would have walked out with antibiotics. By the time you get blood in your urine, that's not a UTI anymore. You got a full-on drama in your bladder, and she would have been complaining because she would have been having burning pee-pee. And no, I don't. I'm just not buying that. Um, the real story is she probably tried to get that bum to the hospital and he ain't coming. He's never at the hospital with her because those are her kids. Sounds like they told her after sex to make sure she pees. Mm. Friend, she has been sexing Jeremy, knocking that cooter in. He's been like, get on your knees. She doesn't even have a regular PCP. Trust she's not getting any annual exams. Bam. Okay. They may, I don't even know. I don't know if it's part of the regular protocol to even give you a catch up pap if you haven't been in. They would have just saved that for after she has the baby to not disrupt anything. She could have BV. What's BV? Let me see. Ooh, stop it. Stop it. Okay. Maybe. I mean, okay. Not the gnosis. Okay. Let me stop. Okay. Okay. Just a little something, something. Just a little something, something to keep it interesting down there. Stop it, Bible lady. Everybody, Google is free. Google is free. Okay. Y'all, I'm behind.
And look to see. Oh, there's my dad. I told him to call me because I didn't want him stressing out at work. I know he's gonna still freak out. Hey, Dad.
Hey Dad, I get ready
You at
to.
home?
I'm getting ready to griff you.
Oh, that didn't take too long.
That didn't take too long.
I was closing out when you called. When I called you back, I was closing out.
I was closing out on your call. Why does Mr. Keisha's dad sound like Mrs. Keisha's mom? Why does he sound like a more masculine version? And I said masculine. Does any of my Joe Malone girls out here? I'm having a random thought. Because I sprayed it on this morning. Velvet, rose, and oud. Is anyone familiar? It smells so good. Any of my Joe Maloners? If you like oud, try velvet, rose, and oud. It smells so good. Okay, just wanted to drop that off for you. Yeah. So good.
Oh no, I was calling you because I know I didn't want you to be worried. So I was like, let me.
Y'all, I'm so mad. I hate the struggle stream. We're gonna try to make it. I'm gonna stop interrupting. I'm gonna stop stopping it.
Wait till he got home because I had to go to the doctor this morning because I was bleeding.
You were bleeding.
You bleeding.
Yeah,
You bleeding.
It had stopped by the pretty much had stopped by the time I got to the doctor. But then it started back by the time I was leaving because they did a cervical exam. So now they want me to continue to monitor it. They don't really know where the blood is coming from. They did a test on her heart and her activity, and there was no contractions and there was no issues. And then they did a cervical exam and they said my cervix is still closed. But I was sick last week, and I've been blowing my nose a lot and coughing. Well, I'm having cough in a while, but the blowing of the nose.
Hey, you guys, anybody who has had, when you get the ultrasound with the wand, has anyone had the experience? I was about to say the privilege. Has anyone had the wand ultrasound when they stick the damn dildo-y looking device up inside of you? Girl. Oh, hated it. Okay. Oh, I hate the gynecologist. Oh, I hate it. Hated it. It's awful. Okay. The vaginal ultrasound violated me. Okay. Girl, but I don't know which one's worse. The damn pelvic 2-3 fingers or that damn wand. That cold ass wand with the damn KY and the plastic bag over it. It's like, hated it. They come up with the most uncomfortable shit for us to have to go through as women. It's the worst. It's the worst. Farrah says she wants to be a gynecologist. I was like, really? I didn't even have the heart to tell her half of these things. She'll just have to find out if she ventures down that avenue of all of the tasks of a physician in gynecology and obstetrics, because baby, it ain't cute. They got you doing so many things. Oh my God. It's so violating. It's so like, really? Are we gonna have to do that? Ah, it looks like a big dildo. Does it hurt? Are you comfortable? When they ask you, are you comfortable? It's like, absolutely no. No, I am not. Can you just hurry up and finish, please? Ah! Yes, yes, they're putting that in there, and then they're gonna twirl it around and get some pictures of what's going on. Um, yeah, it's such a violation, right? The speculum is we haven't even talked about the speculum, okay? That shit. That's my God. Yes. I can't remember when I had to have that. I feel like I had the wand when I had my fibroids. I don't think they used that in my pregnancy. Um, but I feel like when I had my fibroids, that's when they went in with that wonderful device. And I was like, what? That was bad. Um, and then they put the dimming lights on, like, yeah. They put the little lights, they get it nice and quiet in there, and then they use the warmed up jelly. It's just a mess. Okay? It's just a mess. Um Speculum is the worst. And then how they crank that thing open. Yeah, it's awful. Okay, let's see.
Still a lot. So, and my nose has been bleeding with me blowing my nose. And I really need an air purifier. I was waiting because it's on my registry because I had got like a baby air purifier and then a humidifier for our room. So the baby shower's on Saturday. So if someone doesn't get it, I'm gonna just go ahead and get it myself so that I can.
Keisha, you're not.
Okay.
Okay.
Keisha, you're not slick.
Yeah, I get it. But you know something else you should have told him?
What?
That your mother went through the same thing with your sister. And they had to take your sister.
Yeah, they only asked about, they of course looked at my record and saw like the preterm, but her head is like on my uterine lining, so she pushes down a lot. And then 2 days ago, I developed sciatica real bad.
Sciatica? Did she say sciatica? I don't want to hit the back button because, baby, this thing is acting up. Maybe she said sciatica. Girl.
Yeah, it was a sharp nerve pain in my butt for 2 days.
I had that before.
And then it eased up this morning. Huh?
It was a man came from where the doctor gave me a shot on my sciatica on that nerve.
Oh.
It's nurse kid. He did his nurse kid.
I know she didn't just spit mucus into her sink. I know you didn't just spit. I know this woman here didn't just spit in the sink. In front of everybody.
But his nurse kid. He did his nurse kid. But I had to go to South Fulton Hospital.
The lie detector determined that was a lie. The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Oh, I just want to throw up so bad. She just gave me the worst stomach ache. My stomach is so upset now. I have one of the weakest stomachs on the YouTube streets. I know I do. I throw up over, like, let me tell you something. If you throw up right now, I'm throwing up with you. Like, I'm a sympathy thrower upper. If you get sick, I'm going to be sick. Trust me. I'm that friend that if you throw up, baby, I'm throwing up right there with you. I just cannot. My stomach is so weak. I don't like, this is so nasty of her and all of this nasty slurping of snot. It's so gross. It's so gross. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, it's so nasty. Ugh.
Gave me another shot to knock that out. But
so gross.
You didn't take any chances and you went.
Yeah, because Jeremy was like, he think we should just go sit. Because yesterday we just had so much. Well, I had so much stress that I was going through. Two people at my wedding party, they're not getting along.
Okay, now this was some tea. Okay, girl, this was some tea.
Daddy a fool. That's my.
This was some tea. Two people in the wedding party are not getting along. Now, why do you think she wanted us to know that two people are not getting along? We know it's not Aisha and Ashley because they're bestie cousins. Is it her sister isn't getting along with somebody? Like, what's really going on? I am so sorry to hear that. Let's talk about it. I know that must be awful. She could never wear anything else for that. Yeah, nothing. Girl, do you imagine if Keisha invited? I wouldn't. No, I'm good. I'm good on anything from your kitchen. I still feel like I want to throw up. Oh God, that was so nasty. Okay, two people in the wedding party are not getting along. Okay, could be Aisha and somebody. You think Aisha? Aisha seems to be pretty easygoing. Who's in her wedding party? Does Dad know he's on YouTube? Probably not.
So I had to deal with that, and then our wedding.
Jesus, I gotta stopping this.
And photographer and the guy who's supposed to be coming to film the wedding stuff this weekend, he posted on his Instagram all of a sudden like he's not doing any photography for a while. He deactivated his Instagram and he was like, pray for my family. And he lives in North Carolina. So I reached out and I'm like, hey, are you still coming this weekend? Because we already paid him for the wedding deposit and we paid him for the baby shower, the save the date. We paid him for all the stuff he's supposed to be doing this weekend. And
what did he say?
He hasn't responded. He didn't respond back to me all yesterday. So I was stressed out. And Alexa said she was going to try to find somebody. And I was like, well, we already paid him. So unless he's about to give me my money back right at this very
Why is Miss Sandra over there with a COVID mask not covering her nose?
second,
She got your money back.
no, I didn't. We didn't get no money back. He finally did text at like 3:00 in the morning and was like, hey, I'll contact you by end of day tomorrow. So I'm waiting to see what time today he's going to call me to try to go over it. I do not anticipate him coming this weekend.
Did y'all sign a contract or anything?
Yeah, we have a contract. So I don't know because we still had
I'm the
one
biggest
more
titties I've
payment
ever
to pay
seen
him
in my
for the
life.
wedding. So I don't know if he'll just say, well, I'll take all the money that you've already paid and just put it towards the wedding. So pretty much you're done paying for the wedding. But we still had to save the date and our wedding photos and the baby shower this weekend. So now we just, and I'm pregnant and I barely can walk.
So you're sitting in the car. Listen, guys, you're sitting in the car crying your eyes out because he's canceling last minute and had not even notified you he's not coming for your baby shower. And you, for whatever reason, think it's a good idea for him to tell you that he's going to take your deposits and put it towards your wedding. You're going to now trust him for the wedding? Y'all, if you're not coming if I book you for 3 or 4 things and you cancel on the first thing, why do I want you to do 2 or 3 or 4? If you're canceling for one and you hadn't even really officially canceled, you posted it on Instagram, now you're not coming at all. So now you're notifying me in not at least 10 days or 21 days notice or 30 days notice. I'm not, we're good. You can just send me all my money back. I don't want you for nothing. Like, are you kidding me? Like, that's just stupid to me.
I won't be able to film any more wedding stuff after this weekend. Like I'm going to thug it out this weekend, but I don't have it in me to keep it, trying to film nothing. So Alexa said, well, don't worry about it. She's talking to people. She's handling it. And I'm like, Lex, you already handling other stuff with the wedding. Like, I don't want you to be putting nothing on yourself. But she was like, she's talking to some of my friends. I guess she's talking to my bridal party to see, and they're all trying to come together and figure something out. But I'm just trying to hope, even if he just I'm still nervous, even if he does credit whatever from this weekend towards the wedding, at least it'll be paid. But I just, I don't know if I could trust you now because if this happened again, and his wife
in June, he might be change his mind again.
And his wife is pregnant.
In June, he might be change his mind again.
And again, and his wife
in June, he might be.
So is that when they're supposed to be getting married? Is that supposed to be when their little wedding shindig is? I hate that everyone canceled on her. Sucks to deal with all that while pregnant. But Ruby, I'm going to be honest with you, hon. I don't believe her. I think these are some tall tales. It's possible. I mean, she told a compelling story that is possible. I just don't believe her. I really just don't. You know what I'm saying? And it just doesn't. I don't know. It just doesn't. I don't know why I don't believe her. I just don't. But yeah, it sucks. It does suck. So absolutely.
Change his mind again.
So in June he might cancel again. Okay, well, June.
His wife is pregnant, so that's why.
That shouldn't matter. You're running a business. That's all the more reason to show up and make this bread because you're having a child. There's plenty of people out here who have backup for family situations. Like if you're concerned about your wife, then you don't book jobs while your wife is having a baby, or jobs that are far away from home where you're going to have to spend the night. I don't know. Not my problem. I would be like, not my problem. Don't tell me none of your personal shit. When we're doing business, I don't care what you got going on. I'm going to be honest with you. That would be more of a deterrent for me as far as a small business is concerned, because you don't have backup or systems in place that I don't have to be affected when life happens for you. At the end of the day, that's not my problem. That's not my problem. You know what I mean? If you're having a baby and your doctor, their wife is having a baby, you don't think someone's going to show up, either that doctor or their partner. They've got systems in place so that you're not inconvenienced by their life, right? You made a choice to use them as a provider. They're going to be able to provide you the service when it's time. I just think, I don't know.
I don't know, because his wife is pregnant and she was in the
Why are you so worried about his wife being pregnant? This guy should have backup.
ICU a couple of weeks ago before the snowstorm. So I don't know, like they're dealing with their own pregnancy stuff. And that's why I kept telling him when he was asking me to book him, I was like, hey, when is your wife deliver? And I'm like, I don't know if you should be coming down here scheduling stuff towards that time, because anything can happen. I've been there, done that. This is their first pregnancy, but I don't want you to be too ambitious. But he was adamant. He was like, no, I got to feed my family. I got to take care of things. So we went ahead.
It sounded like you got a good old scam.
Just use, and then he was like, well, I'll give you a significant discount. So I'm like, okay. So we
Girl, the discount is you gonna pay, and I'm not gonna show.
booked him for everything, right?
That's the gag. He gave you a discount, and baby, he ain't coming.
Baby shower, wedding photos, save the everything, and we are not hard.
You better tell everybody to go ahead and get their cameras in the air. That's what you better do. It seemed like he got scammed. She got scammed. Everyone is hip to Ugly's lies. Oh my God. Yeah, I don't, something isn't adding up, and she's being way too understanding. At the end of the day, I think when you have a small business, you should want to be treated like a big business. And whatever you got going on in your personal life should not matter. You have to have backups and partners and all kinds of things, or you need to book accordingly. And by hook or by crook, you can't let people down. You know what I mean? You know how many people who have businesses who miss things because they booked something and they don't want to let their clients down? I mean, at a certain point, you have to make a choice. Okay, is it going to be family first or business first? And if it's family first, then don't book occasions where you're going to be too far away from home and your spouse is in need of your immediate attention. Don't do it. It's probably just not a good idea. Girl. Yo, I'm so tired of this. I hate when this happens. Whew. We got to get through this. When a story has too much fluff, it's a lie. It's just too much. It's not even just yeah. It's just too much. It's like, girl, really? Like all of this? It's too much. It's like, and this, and then that, and then this, and then more of that. It's just too much. It's just a pile on. And and his wife is pregnant. She's making too many excuses. She's just making too many excuses, which makes me think either she never was scheduled to begin with. It's just, I don't know. I have to get a better read for it, but it's just giving something in this is not true.
Well, let me just go ahead and take care of it because I don't want to keep, you know. But that's what I was telling Alexis. I can't pay nobody else right now because anything that's not bought, now that all this stuff is going on, anything that's not bought off their registry, I need to be buying it first thing on Sunday morning and making sure we have everything. Jeremy's like, you people been having babies with less money than we had for years. Why are you so stressed out? And I'm like, we still got to have this stuff. I mean, we have, like, if she came, we deliver her today, she got somewhere to sleep because the brand had already sent me the co-sleeper. We already have, I ordered all her clothes, so we have clothes. I haven't ordered any of the diapers because I went with a different brand that you can't buy in stores. So I was like, well, if nobody buys it off the registry, because if I buy it, the way you buy theirs is it gives you a month's supply. So I didn't want to just buy all this stuff and then someone buy it, because we're gonna have way too many diapers at that point because they already give you a month's supply with whatever you buy. So it's just 2 more days, but worst case scenario, if anything came, she'll just have on Pampers like the girls did. But it was just another brand that I've heard good things about. But I'm just gonna pray and not let anything stress me out. Okay, guys, so I'm back. It's been like a little over an hour. So luckily my rep for HelloFresh just got back to me and she went ahead and pushed my dates out. Praise the Lord. Because now I don't have to worry about filming. Where's my band? So I'm gonna still cook something, but I'm just gonna film like the box and me opening the box, but like me physically being on camera. Oh no, baby nugget.
Girl, she's doing HelloFresh. She don't even
and
cook.
I'll just do one of the quicker meals right quick. And then she said, since she gave me an additional week, it's like an additional week to film this, I'm gonna wait until I get my hair done. So yeah, talking to my dad is always helpful because he's always super concerned, and I just love my family so much. My sister has helped out. I know y'all kind of heard me say that two of my, I don't even want to say a title or anything, but two of my closest friends in the wedding party weren't seeing eye to eye. And I just kind of never really anticipated this ever happening, but you live and you learn. It's okay. Like, we're going to push forward. And I told my sister, like, I can't deal with any stress whatsoever. Like, I can't deal with it. So she called them immediately this morning to kind of quickly resolve, because it hasn't been like ongoing, but it's just been, like I said, sometimes people have different personalities and different things and different this and different that. And when, everybody comes together, people just have to get through these situations. I don't want to talk about it because I would never come on here and deliberately talk about anything like that. But my lips look dry.
But you did.
This is bad. But
Girl,
yeah,
ew.
that is something else that happened yesterday outside of something I was dealing with. The photographer did text me like at 3:00 in the morning and said that he would get back to me today. And it's 3:00 now. We'll see if that call comes. My sister told me, like, sis, do not stress out about that. We will worry about that at a later date. Let's just try to, I've been making some calls and trying to get some things handled. They don't know what my concept was. I'm just still a little bit anxious about it, but most importantly, I just really want to feel like a beautiful princess this weekend. Get dolled up because I cried so hard. Like, y'all, when I woke up, I went to the bathroom like I always do, and I peed, put the tissue in the toilet. If you're pregnant, sometimes you monitor the tissue the entire pregnancy. I'm one of those, but I didn't look at the tissue immediately. I put it in the toilet. Then I kind of felt like a little gush, and I'm like, wait, what was that? Wiped again, looked, and it was like a pink tint. And I'm like, okay, this is clearly blood. And then I looked at my underwear and I saw it was like brighter blood in there. It was just a little bit, but I was like, when the hell did this happen? Like, what's going on? So immediately I'm like, okay, get off the toilet. I immediately pray to God. I'm stressed out, but I'm praying to God and I'm telling him, cover me, cover my baby. And she wasn't moving. And it's crazy because I think the reason why I got so like frustrated, because I was dealing with stress from the moment I woke up yesterday. Then I went to the grocery store and I was kind of overexerting myself with some things. A person in the grocery store came over and helped me like for the remaining of the grocery trip experience because she was like, no, da da da. So she assisted me with the rest of everything and then, you know, all of that. And then I came home and like I said, my mom is sick and then Jeremy had left to go do some work stuff. So I'm like, well, I don't want to ask my mom and keep having her go out into the cold air when she's already sick. So let me just get all this stuff out the car. The little things were a little heavy. Anyways, got everything in the car. Still was dealing with stress. Then the photographer thing happened. No, the photographer thing happened before I went to the store. So dealt with the personal endeavors, the photographer thing, went to the store, dealt with that, overexerted myself, came home, and then the back and forth, the little spat thing kind of was happening, and I was trying to figure out what was going on, and then just like so much stuff. And like I said, I didn't have opportunity to film 2 of the brand deals I was supposed to, and then I'm like, okay, whatever. So then that I dealt with that all night, like until like 12:30. I finally went to sleep, and then this morning when I woke up, typically like I don't wake up, like she doesn't wake me up with her kicks, but I wake up very early anyways, and I'm always feeling her active immediately. So when I woke up this morning, I was laying there and I was like, baby Nugget, I don't feel you right now. So I didn't feel her. And then I kind of like scooted a little and then I felt her kick, like a little kick. And I'm like, okay, she's probably resting. Thank God. Go ahead and rest, girl. And I had to sciatica these last few days. So I'm like, let me see if this is still going on. Got out of bed and I felt fine. I felt like great. Went to the bathroom. That's when I saw the blood. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Is she giving us a recap of everything we just saw?
Craziness. Of course, I started praying. I started crying. Then I tried to stop crying because I don't want to hyperventilate. And then Jeremy literally walked in the bathroom. And right when he walked in the bathroom, then I cried harder. And then he was like, oh, no, we're going to the hospital. So we went and all that stuff happened. And then I filled you guys in. So, no, I missed one part. So the one part that I missed is I didn't have my wig on and my hat on. And I looked in the mirror after I was done praying because I still have this old A-word braid down from so long ago. And my hair looks crazy. It looks crazy. So I'm like
you were
I was going into labor.
Like you were over there,
and I'm like, oh my gosh, if I have to go to
set
the
it off,
hospital, and I'm like, so then I was like,
audition.
should I get in the shower real quick? Should I take this braid down and blow dry my hair? Because last time I'm thinking like, oh, it's probably nothing. I go in there and they're like, oh, you're in labor. Like I'll never forget that day. And I'm like, wait, what? Like, what are you talking about? I'm in labor? Like I'm not giving birth.
Girl, she got sciatica.
I'm talking about the twins, and this was December. So I'm like, there's no way. I'm not even thinking nothing of it. I did have a hospital bag packed already. So I went home, got the hospital bag, calling all my family and friends, like, y'all, they told me to go to the hospital. I had a little leakage of some fluid, but, I'm good. I'm about to be at the house and within the next few hours. And then I wasn't. I gave birth the next day. So I'm like, oh my gosh, my hair looks crazy. I can't get no wedding footage. I can't do the baby shower. And I got to have an ugly birth experience. I was like, there's just no way. Then I was like, okay, Keisha, what should you do? Should you go try to take a shower, wash your hair, blow dry your hair? Okay, should I hurry up and try to call an emergency stylist to come to my hair, do my hair right quick, and then go to the hospital later? Like, I just didn't know what to do. But Jeremy was like, no, we're going right now, babe. We're not worried about that. No, really? Like, oh my gosh. So I'm so grateful. Damn. But tomorrow, I'm getting my hair washed and blow dry. Let me go see. Yeah, we're going to get her hair washed and blow dry. I feel a little bit better. She is actively moving a lot again. And she was moving a lot. As soon as they gave me the apple juice, she was going crazy in the belly. Like she was going real crazy. So that was a good sign. I'm happy that my cervix is still closed and they haven't found anything else. I'm just the type of person, I'm like, okay, if this is not supposed to happen, then you need to tell me why it's happening. Because why is there blood? Like there should be no blood if this is not supposed to happen. We need to figure out what the cause is. So I don't want to just say, oh, well, everything else came back. So that's why we're going to do the placenta test or placenta exam tomorrow.
Hold on.
I get to go pay Buddy, dog. I think it came up like that, like, hey, so look, I just came from the Waffle House people, right? And get what? I get to go pay.
This was 2 days ago, and it says due to the fact. Why does the comment say due to the fact?
Buddy, dog. I think it came with like that, like 20 cents, something like that. I only had 20s in my packet. I get to going to go paying Buddy Dog. Grr, think I'm going 40 ball. I get Buddy Dog 60 ball, man. Watch that. So go with it. I get Buddy Dog 60 ball. He got there and get the fumbling, talking, and
He gave us
sit back
60
there
ball.
cooking it up.
Girl.
This and all that. So look, get what though.
You're supposed to get about
He
10
let
ball
me
back.
peep. He gave me time to peep what's going on.
Who this
Man,
man? Hold on a
better than
second.
counted out the whole 60 ball and all this and all
Hold
that.
on.
Trying to carry on the conversation and all this and all that.
A conversation. This man right here is this woman right here, ma'am. That's boo. That's husband. That's husband. That her and husband. He over there in the one behind, and then hadn't paying them city ball. That her and husband. That's bad. That's bad. This
This and all
bad.
that. So look, get what though.
This
He
bad.
let me peep.
Okay.
He gave me time to
Yes,
peep
that's
what's going
this
on.
bad.
Man,
This bad.
better than counted out the whole 60 ball and all this and all that. Trying to carry on the conversation and all this and all that. Man, get what though? I'm like, hold up, Trump, I just gave you 60, but hold up. I yanked the goddamn 20 back from Buddy Dog. Come on, man, get my money back, bro. You tripping. Yeah, you tripping, bro. So
Tripping. Dog.
was I wrong for not goddamn giving Buddy Dog a tip?
Are you wrong for driving when you already are you still under DUI, sir? Girl, I'm just saying, I wonder if the prosecutor, I'm just saying, I'm just talking out loud. Because I know how this internet works. I'm just wondering if the prosecutor who is handling the DUI has seen what someone published. Girl, let's go ahead and.
I didn't know that. I felt
Baby.
I ain't gonna care. I did get Buddy Dog a tip.
You guys remember when the lady from TikTok hit that man and killed him? They said they were flooded. The Zion Police Department was flooded with screen recordings to help solve the case.
You know, I ain't, even though I felt like, but you lame as hell, bro. Like, you too lame. You know I gave you too much money. And you trying to work the other leg on me. Like, watch that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I felt about
Exactly.
But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? I ain't, you know. Hey, man, if I was in that 602 shit, I probably would have worked the same one, too, though, due to the fact. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I couldn't. Even though it was still wrong, but to try to work the other leg on me. But at the same time, I ain't gonna care. If I was down bad and woo too, I probably would have worked the one too though, due to the fact. Like, so that's why I still, got down, gave Buddy Dog, something.
I wouldn't be bending over backwards for shit if this was my situation. I wouldn't be doing shitting it.
You hear me? But I really would have Buddy Dog down a little bit more if he would, you know what I'm saying, play the
You don't
role.
even know what this man's talking about. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I thought I told you time and time.
Ooh. Where's the damn volume? Okay. Is he over here making jackets again? Oh, Saint v Sinner. Saint v Sinner. Okay, SVS. That's the new logo. Saint versus Sinner. Saint versus Sinner.
Return their worker jacket.
I thought it was called spiritual warfare or something.
This how it look. Blank. So I'm gonna go on in with the first set of stitching. I'm gonna be right back. All right, y'all, I got the fur coat on, the first set of stitching, first layer. Boom. Spiritual warfare. Come on, man.
Yeah, spiritual warfare, some mess.
That's what's going on.
Ew. This is the pod. The rollout room. Oh, everything has to be. It has to be some sort of Jeremy. Keisha said you changed your life. No drinking, no clubbing, no smoking. But this episode, you have a whole bottle of tequila. What's going on? Okay. Is this the episode? Hold on. Okay, so the rollout. Oh, out on YouTube. Okay, hold on. The rollout room, is that what it's called? Okay, hold on. Roll out. Is that what that is? Coming from Ludacris? Roll out. Let's see. Hold on. The rollout room. The rollout room. Okay. They said you changed. Keisha said you changed your life, but in this episode, you have a whole bottle of tequila. Okay. The rollout room. Okay. The pod. Okay.
Even from back in the day, how our forefathers grew up in slavery, and you know the mental that we have against white folks or whatever. Like, even though we ain't been through that, we still share. Now, you know what I'm saying? Versus, I'm gonna. But he a hell of a father. I definitely take my hats off to him. Shove in your face or whatever.
He's doing all this talking.
But we got a variety. Change, you know what I'm saying, anything in your life, you know what I'm saying, regardless if you're in the streets your whole life, you've been in the boardroom, classroom, anything you've been doing, y'all, it's time, you know what I'm saying, to figure that, and we got to make some type of change in our life, you know what I'm saying, to help better our community, help better the world, and everything in between, you know what I'm saying? So that's the purpose, you know what I'm saying, our channel, and the type of light that we want to bring amongst the world, you know what I'm saying? So y'all, without further delay, you know what I'm saying, let's get into it, D. So we got a variety of questions. Well, not questions, but we got a variety of questions, that we're gonna ask amongst ourselves, but obviously it's dedicated towards the world. And we're just gonna give, and with this channel, we're gonna give y'all our personal opinions, you know what I'm saying, and our own dialogue, intellect on certain things that's going on in the world, for the better or for the worse. You see what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, it's us to be the change that we want to see. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, without further delay, go ahead and get to it. You ready? Yeah, sure. All right, so look, we came up with a variety of questions that I personally want to get, you know what I'm saying, your knowledge on, and I'm also add my input into it also of how I feel about it. So also I want to say, you guys, Happy New Year. Y'all seeing it right now. Y'all definitely made it to 2026, and you know what I'm saying? So that's just, so all in all, it's just basically like any source of information and knowledge that can be obtained, no matter who it's from, even if it's from a bum on the street or from your child. Because I learned a lot of things from my children for real.
That being on all type of whatever, you know what I mean? But she posted all the information on social media, and I didn't judge her. I didn't look at it like she less than, she just should have messed with me. I just looked at it like, and she just in a situation. That's all it is. Like, I didn't look, I ain't judge her. You know what I mean?
It's more than something. You see what I'm saying? So that would be my advice to the world. All this materialistic stuff, the jewelry, the car, the clothes, the women, the men, this, that don't mean nothing, because everything gonna perish, everything gonna die, everything gonna. Unknown would be more scary, but but at
the same time, people saying it, people already stay successful. So
yeah, I cannot. Okay, look, the rollout podcast. Okay.
I have already used it one time.
Ma'am,
home.
This is the thing. Sir looks very busy. Sir looks edged up. Sir is down in the basement sewing. So Sir is busy on his sewing machine. So is girl, I cannot talk. Sir is busy sewing. Okay. And you said Joanne. Joanne is a whole comedy show by herself. Girl, it's this is a mess. Okay. Sir is busy in the basement sewing, okay? And this lady is stressed out, wiping herself, and blood is coming out. But they sent your ass home. So, baby, it's not what you think it is, okay? It's not what you think it is.
Use it 3 times, and they're going to email me, and I'm going to follow
Oh
up
my
and let
God,
them
this is
know how much
2.5
blood. I
hours,
know
you
this is TMI,
guys.
but how much blood
Oh
is in
my
tissue.
God, we've
So
been
it
here
has lightened up
forever.
from the last. I'm just taking
Oh
pictures so
my
I can make
God,
sure
we
I'm just
gotta
looking
go,
at my
y'all.
pictures,
This is
monitoring.
too
So
long.
from the picture I took at the hospital to the first time I just used it, it is significantly lighter. So that is also a good thing.
Why was everything fine not on Keisha's video? It's a Keisha video thing. Jeremy on TikTok was smooth. The Rollout podcast was smooth. We get over here to damn Keisha channel and it's like struggle.
And yeah, so
And
those are the
yeah.
updates, y'all. I'm going through it over here.
You see what I'm saying? I had Jeremy's video on ×2. It's something with this video.
I'm going through it, and I'm so proud of me because I had so many people calling me for work.
Girl,
And
can
like,
we
hey,
get to
Keisha,
the
I need
part
this. Hey, Keisha, I
where
need that. And I just literally just ignore everybody because I'm like, I know me. I'm like, oh, I'll just still kind of multitask. I'm like,
we
you
don't
just
care.
can't do because you are down to the wire. Not received any communication or follow up. I did tell the.
Is this the part where she talks about what happened with her registry? Because y'all, I hit the floor.
Photographer, videographer, you know, like, I hope everything is okay. I totally understand things happen. At this time, please just send me my refund for the stuff for this weekend. Like
Before
I
it
said, the
has to
wedding
get
is a few
legal.
months from now, so I guess snippet of things going on, but I'm dealing with even more, literally even more things on my shoulder, you guys, that I'm not going to publicly talk about. Like I said, when it comes to like my personal endeavors, like, so to have to deal with that and all of this at the same time is just mind blowing. And I don't want to transfer my stress to baby. So I gotta stay happy, which I am happy. Every time I look at my daughters, it's moving right there. Y'all still have not seen her move yet. Let's see if y'all can now. And she can stir up and stir up and stir up. And this is a lot going on right now, you guys. This is a lot going on right now. But I love y'all, and I love having you guys. I really need to get under contract. It is literally my.
Okay, so it must have been at the end of the other episode where she was talking about. We'll go back and talk about that another time. Apparently, some people have been playing with her registry list. I thought when you click on the link, it takes you somewhere that's password protected. I don't know. I guess I don't know. You can't get to her list. So
it just has everything all over the place, like the average listing time.
She's over here telling that Aisha now is a real estate agent. Aisha's gonna start helping
me back
her
by
out.
yesterday to schedule some showings, but I guess,
girl, we're done. Okay, this was okay. Enough. Okay, enough. Girl, tell your story walking. Okay, girl. Baby, enough. I cannot believe we were on this long. I got to get over to Real Talk Bougie, guys. We have a session. We're going to be reading. Guys, we're going to be reading. Okay, a couple of y'all message me and want me to get into this transcript, and that is what we are going to do. Okay, if you want to know what happened at the Sakina Thompson case, baby, come on. Won't you come? Okay, won't you come? All right, we're gonna get into some let's read, and we get ready to get into opening statements, and we're gonna read that motherfucker. Okay. Okay. And yes, I said it just like that because we got day 5, day 6, day 7, day 8, day 9, day 10. Closing statements is day 11, y'all. We got 6 days of testimony to read. We're gonna be reading for a minute. But I'm going to do it for y'all. Okay. I'm going to do it for y'all. So if you are interested in really finding out what the testimony was, what in the testimony happened, baby, I will see you guys in just a little bit. Okay. Because we get ready to read it like that. Okay. All right, you guys, have a wonderful day. Hit the thumbs up. I will see you guys later. Baby, it's a wrap. Okay, it's a wrap. Keshir still says she's leaving YouTube. And to that I say TikTok, TikTok. Okay. Girl, if she goes, she goes. If she don't, you said do it, friend. Let him use you. Girl, if she leaves, that's her business. If she stays, that's her business. We're either way, girl, do what you got to do. Do you, boo-boo. Okay? Do you, boo-boo. Okay? We gonna see. We gonna see. Okay? All right, you guys. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys in a little bit.